Friends of Wheeling tour for today. We are in the Virginia Apartments at 902 North Main Street, and we'll actually see 3 of these today. We're in the 4th floor center apartment. This was originally called a bachelor apartment and is about 1,500 square feet, and we are joined by Realtor Missy Ashmore.
Hey everyone! I'm thankful that you guys are joining us today on our tour. If you're not familiar with this, this is going to be a great way to see 3 of the offerings we have listed for sale. We're going to start today on the 4th floor. This unit's currently brokered by Harvey Goodman Realtors, and the asking price is $49,500. It's a 2-bedroom walk-up and 1 bath. We've got a fabulous original chandelier and fireplace. And take a look out the front window. You can see the Ohio River from in the middle of the
in the green side of the bridge.
in the green side of the bridge. This one has pocket doors, and you can close the pocket doors together, make this either a bedroom or an office. Again, the evening sun is shining in the windows. This is radiator heat, which is quite adequate. We have the original tub, and they've added some additional subway tile and a new sink. Look at the thickness of the doors. You take a look at that. As well as our doorknobs.
Nice doorknobs.
Beautiful.
Now, because this unit's a little bit smaller, they found storage by, this one has an enormous closet. You can pan up to the ceiling, you've got some. But we also have really beautiful archways. So this one is kind of a folded up box, whereas the other ones we're going to see are long and skinny. And you also want to show them, we've got a buzzer system. So when your friends come to call on you at the front door, they'll ring your doorbell and you can buzz and let them in the front door. This room is sometimes well, I think originally the intention was a dining room, but it's the largest room in this unit. So oftentimes people will turn it into their bedroom. You can see where the original swing door would have been to the kitchen. And because this one didn't have maid's quarters, it just cycles around into the original kitchen cabinets are here. It's great built in. And the beadboard back of it. Now they have updated it with stainless appliances, but again, you've got the wavy glass out your back window. You can see the Wheeling Tunnel. I don't know if you're I'm gonna open the door for it if you want to peek out. You do have a back porch with this unit. At the end of a long day, you can sit up here and watch the cars go by.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So this one has the original Lincrusta chair rail. We'll see this continue through some of the other units. We'll see it in the hallways. This one would have the original kitchen cabinets, and a lot of the original molding is in this one. Now, the building is horseshoe shaped, so there is a north staircase and a south staircase. You enter this unit on the south side, and then you exit it on the north side, so you can come up either side. The original covenants of the building said all of your deliveries and servants had to come through the back door, and only your guests could come through the front doors. I don't know if you can pan through and show this amazing woodwork.
You can
I don't want you to get
plus
into the staircase.
look down.
Isn't that amazing? So there is no elevator in this building. It's just a walk-up. It's a little dark, but perhaps you could get the Lincrusta on the wall.
Yeah, they can see it. It's beautiful.
Now, this one's completely different. This is one of the longer units. It's about 2,200 square feet. It's also 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Would you like to start in the front or start in the back? Let's start in the front. So we're going to be over Main Street. I don't want my door to slam. We're going to be over Main Street. We have hardwood floors. This would be considered bedroom number 1. It's a really nice size. Has a good closet. Again, we have radiator heat. And then we have the pink bathroom, our tribute to Mamie Eisenhower. Now,
With the place for your cell phone, we think.
Now, this one has a bath fitter bathtub, but they did keep the original tile. It looks like there was room for a dressing table originally back in the day. And yes, that little ashtray slash iPhone holder. This is one of the only units that has done this. Normally these hallways are 52 feet long, and this door would be about 10 feet further back. But what they've done is they've added a door here, so they have an enormous walk-in closet just to have even more storage than we already have. Another fun thing about this unit, they flipped this one and turned it around. This is the only one that they've used the front bedroom as the master bedroom.
Look at this fireplace.
And what you hear is nothing. This is very nice and quiet. It has replacement windows. You don't hear any highway noise. Has the beautiful subway tile. And this one has the frosted pocket doors, and then they also have the parquet floors. To my knowledge, this is the only unit that has the parquet floors. All right, let's take you back to the dining room and to the kitchen. In the original design of this building, these were internal drains. When the buildings were right up against each other, our architect had designed a way that the drains ran actually inside the building instead of outside the building. Well, that plan ultimately failed. We now have downspouts on the outside of the building. But in these long units, you'll see where this is bumped out and all the units. And originally it supported an interior drain. This would be your dining room. It's enormous. All of these units will have a butler's pantry. They're a little bit different. Some of them will have, they've been updated. Some will have the original cabinetry. Some will just be an upper cabinet. Some will have uppers and lowers. This one has a nicely updated kitchen with updated appliances. Nice backsplash. Again, having those replacement windows right here on the highway side, we're a stone's throw from the highway, but you do not hear any of the highway noise.
Dishwasher here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now the neat thing on this one is these had the maid's quarters. So back in the day, your maid would live in this little tiny room. And so over the years, people have changed them into laundry rooms or sewing rooms or hobby rooms. This one has a washer-dryer connection in it, as well as still having a closet. So that way there's not any reason to walk to the basement to do your laundry. The other bonus of the units on this side is they consume the back porch. Originally this would have been the back of your unit and this would have all been outside. And the folks on this side all push their doors out to here just to give them a mud room on top of having a maid's closet right there.
And the price of this one is?
This one's $112. And let me confirm, I want to say the square footage on this one is just slightly smaller than my first floor one. I want to say this one's right at 2,000. Or maybe it's the opposite. This one might be 22 and the one on the first floor is only 2,000. But this one is easy to show. The bonus of these are your utilities are included in your HOA. So water, sewer, garbage, E&O insurance for the building, boiler insurance, property taxes would all come out of your monthly assessment. So if you were to buy one of these units, you would be responsible for electric inside your unit. Some of the units have gas cook stoves, so you'd pay for the, I think it's $18 a month to have a gas cook stove. So it's really an affordable way to live downtown Wheeling. All right, next I'd like to take you guys down to the first floor. But would you like to, we'll go through the basement on our way? Sure. All right, it's a little dark. We'll work flashlights. So before, when these were built, this is where all the well-heeled women of Wheeling lived, and they all had live-in maids, and the maids would do their laundry in the basement. So I'm going to show you the basement, which I think is pretty neat. And again, here's your door buzzer. So again, if your friends came to call, you hit your buzzer, it releases the front door, and they can come on up. now have locked mailboxes. Before, the mailman would just leave the mail in baskets at the bottom of the stairs. Now they have secure mailboxes. They secured metal fire doors to the basement. And just a general updating of just keeping the building really safe. Hardwired smoke detectors. Jane, should we peek out the front door and show the outside, and then we'll walk back and get into the basement? So your guests can come visit you to the front door. I'm going to show you the little buttons. So outside are these are our center units, and so you can ring your friend, and you can hear it ring, and then you hear the door go, and it'll release the latch, and you can walk them upstairs. But we have a really charming little courtyard. And now we're getting in the evening sun. During the day, this stays really nice and cool during the day. So most of the residents would just leave their center windows open, and the cool air of the courtyard would draw into their units, keeping their units cooler. All right, let's head down to the basement.
I'll see if I can find a light switch.
I think they're like low light, but I'm gonna try to run my flashlight. So the building's horseshoe shaped, and it's connected to the basement. And here at the foot of the stairs originally was a tea room. So the day that your maid had off, you would come down here and have a sandwich. This is the original tea room door. This is now a rented apartment, and the proceeds of the rent each month goes into the general fund to keep the building running. Now we're in the belly of the basement. This is where the boiler is, and there's some storage lockers. And so if you own a unit in this building, you can be assigned a storage locker. So your Christmas ornaments and your bike, you can keep down here. We're really pleased that they've replaced all of our exterior doors to keep the building safe. They have not upgraded the maid's toilet. There she is. This old meat locker used to be in use when the building had a tea room, and now it's just storage. But this is where your maid would have done laundry. And so now there's a bank of washers and dryers. So because this is a co-op rather than a condo, you would have an outlet, you would have your unit number on it, and so you could plug your dryer in, and then it would meter back up to your unit. And so many of the units now have washers and dryers inside their unit, but there's still a handful of people that come down here and do their laundry. Jean's starting the fitness club. And as you see, they've also separated all the electric meters. I'm very proud of keeping everybody safe for a building this old.
And the tools.
Yeah, and so here's another thing. A lot of people that move here are downsizing. So when you move here and you go, what am I going to do with all my stuff? This is community tool storage. And so you can sign out a drill or a hammer and bring it back when you're done. But again, it keeps you from having to store all this stuff inside your unit. It just works on the honor system. They've done a nice job with that. But again, just another perk of living in this building. And we didn't talk about there is a courtyard that goes with this building. So if you have a pet, pets are permitted in the building. So if you were going to try to buy one of these units, you would get approved as an owner with your pet. So they're not saying how many pets or how big your pet is. But if you wanted to buy a unit and you had a cat or if you had a dog, you would make application and the homeowners association would approve you and your pet to live in the building. But there is a side courtyard, and people have set up little lawn chairs. We can peek at it as we're leaving, but in case I forget, there is a little grassy area that goes with this building. And I believe this is the hot water tank. The boiler's in a room all to itself. The building's finances are in good shape. They've done a really good job at maintaining the building so it'll last for years to come. What we're walking past now is we're coming up the north side steps. And again, we have low lights because there's not many reasons to be down here.
This would be the south side.
I'm sorry, south side. The building used to employ a maintenance man, a live-in maintenance man, and he used to live in this unit. And so about 5 or so years ago, the HOA decided they cleaned it up and they started renting it for a profit. And so again, the proceeds go into the general fund every month just to continue to support the building. I'm going to show you an old black and white photo of the building. I don't know what year, but notice the canvas awnings and the streetcar tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And the tea room would have been here.
Yeah, so you would have entered from the street. Mm-hmm. But it's just so impressive. The trees are no longer there. I think Larry Jones is the one that found that photo. Just fun. And then we have our esteemed architect.
Yes, the building was designed by Edward Bates Franzheim, who was one of Wheeling's more noted architects back in the day. It was begun in 1901 and finished in 1902, and it was designed for upper middle class people who might have a live-in maid. So that was what it was back in the day.
So this is well, let's say thank you, Jesus, for air conditioning. Hooray. So this is first floor. It has central air. It still has radiator heat. I still have radiators, but they added a gas forced air system so we have air conditioning. And what they did is they just lowered this hallway to run the ductwork throughout the unit. And the hallway's 52 feet long. You could play cornhole in here if you really wanted to. It's set up much like the third floor with the dining room, kitchen in the back. But let's go ahead first and we'll look at towards the front of the building. Oh, and look, here's the interior drains like we had on the north side.
So again, we're on the first floor, but on the south side of the building, not the interstate building.
Yeah, so we still have the chair rail encrusta. This could be bedroom 1. Again, it's creative what people use these rooms for. Sometimes they'll flip-flop them and put a dining room there. This is my bathroom, and there's a large linen closet behind the door. Okay. So this one has a forced air system. So on a day like today where it's nice and humid out, I'm grateful for air conditioning. We still have the beautiful archway. And then this room I've seen people use as a bedroom. I've seen people use it as a dining room. Because we have the pocket doors, I've seen people close the pocket doors, hang a piece of art on it, and put their bed right here. So again, it just depends on what you need. A lot of people use it as an office. And this front room is one of the few that has the built-in bookcases. There's a rumor that the maintenance man downstairs has the same matching bookcases. We could speculate that this lady and the maintenance man might have been friends back in the day. And our fireplaces are different in each one of these units. Oh, there we go.
View?
We're right on the street side. Well, not on the street, but a little bit up. We have hardwood floors.
But notice how quiet it is. That's what always amazes me. The building is...
Maybe it's because the walls are so thick. It's just really well built.
Yeah, it's amazing how quiet it is.
Now, this one, the dining room and the kitchen are on the back half of the house. You will need a doorbell because you won't hear someone knock. The dining room could accommodate a full dining room set with a table and chairs and a sideboard. We do have a built-in in the corner. They frosted the windows because these overlook the parking lot just for privacy. It's actually a pebbled glass. This is the butler's pantry in this one. It's a little different. The one on the third floor we saw was on both walls. This one's got the drawers for all the linens. And then my kitchen. I don't know if the cabinetry is original. It's definitely wood, so I don't know if it goes back to the 50s or not. But then if you look in the maid's room, the cabinetry in there does look original. So they turned this maid's room into a half bath. And this is one of the few units that has 2 toilets. Most of these units only have 1 bathroom, but the built-ins are fantastic. You can have just so much storage. But they added the washer, dryer, and the toilet, so that way you just have a little more flexibility with this unit.
And the price of this one?
This one's $112, so you get central air, 2 toilets, and you're on the first floor with no steps. Specifically, if you needed a unit without steps, there is 2 steps from the parking lot and a half a step into the unit. And you can stay all on one floor. We have granite countertops. Do we have any questions or anything? Can they
Okay,
chat any
no,
questions?
this is great. Okay, and again, this is Missy Ashmore.
Flip myself.
This is Missy
They saw me.
Ashmore. Yeah, Missy Ashmore, who is our host today.
Thank you.
And if they want to reach you, your phone number is?
My phone number is 304-231-4111. We'd be happy to give you a private tour of these units. And we thank you for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.